Hi, welcome to our reading for September 2018. Now, remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs and symbols ring for you and follow those thoughts, those feelings, those memories that you get to bring clarity to what you're wondering. We are all psychic. We are all spiritual. We are all children of God, but we're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. This could clarify the past. It could shed light into the future or be right in sync with the now. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody, so we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. If you want a more in-depth look at your month, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos. And if you get a chance, try to check out the musical playlist that I put below. See if there's something personal for you in the lyrics, in the music, or just enjoy the tunes. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you in a moment. Gemini, welcome to our reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin. Let's get clarity on the energies coming through in September 2018. Now, the random shuffle Pandora song that came through for Gemini was Way Down We Go by Kaleo. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. Now let's begin the reading. We're going to start with an animal whisper card. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. We'll start with one card, clarity on energies coming through in September for Gemini. And wow, we have the Fly coming through. You have such a big heart. Let yourself in, Gemini. Maybe you're bottling something in or building up a wall. Maybe somebody's trying to get in and they're knocking on the door, but you're just not answering. You're pretending that you're not home. Maybe that's one person in particular, or an opportunity that you're kind of pushing away. I mean, if that energy that's coming through doesn't feel right, if it feels like it's draining you, if it feels like it's weighing you down, by all means, push it away, you know, don't go near it, whatever you have to do. But I feel like there's something good coming through that's actually fruitful for you. So the Fly, you have such a big heart, let yourself in. So, I mean, sometimes to protect our heart, our emotions, we build up a wall. And it can bring protection, but eventually that wall can be built so high that it traps us. So it's up to you, I think, in this month to break down that wall a little bit, to drill out a hole, you know, to make some room in there. And maybe just get out of the house, maybe mingle with strangers. When I think about the Fly, I think about the eye. And I think about like many, many, many eyes, or many different viewpoints on something. Maybe eyes are important for Gemini. Maybe it's your eyes. Maybe somebody you know has unusually colored eyes, or I just heard colorblind. Maybe you're colorblind, or somebody you know, you find out they're colorblind. Maybe that's important to you. I think usually it's men who are colorblind. I think it doesn't always have to be, but it's usually a male that's colorblind. So maybe colorblindness, or seeing different colors, or looking at a spectrum of possibilities in your situation, seeing something from many different viewpoints instead of with the blinders on one way. I hope that makes sense to you. I also want to say, like, Gemini, like, maybe you need to go more towards the fruit and the vegetables and the nutritious things in your world and stay away from the shit. You know, stay away from the stuff that smells, the stuff that stinks and it's not good for you. Or, you know, even if it, I don't know, even if there's something attractive about it. If I'm getting like move towards the stuff that's nutritious, even if that's just conversation or maybe gossip, maybe something like that. Maybe somebody around you is a gossip, or they're always talking about other people, or maybe they're just like a downer, you know, always talking about the shitty day they had and all this. And it's up to you in that circumstance, if you know, that person's in your life and you still love that person, but you don't always want to talk about bullshit or someone else. It's up to you to change that subject around. So maybe it's, you know, just saying, hey, oh, that's nice, you know, whatever, but what are your dreams and your goals? So where is someplace you've always wanted to visit? You know, just kind of change that conversation around. I want to say, if there's gossip going on, take yourself out of it. You know, you wouldn't want energy to come to you if somebody didn't know you or didn't know whatever, and just the same way that it's not right for you to put that energy into somebody else. So maybe that's someone around you. Maybe somebody's going to speak up, or you learn a new viewpoint, a new perspective on something. When I see this card, I want to say the disco ball. So the first disco song I think of is Let It Whip by Das Band. I like that song. I'll put it below for you guys. But the eyes make me think of a disco ball a little bit. Or a button. I know that's really weird, but maybe you are doing some mending on clothes, that you have some good clothes and you just have to sew that button, or a button is important. All right, let's get clarity for the fly. You have such a big heart. Let yourself in. So there's something you, Gemini, are blocking out. There's somebody that wants to come through and offer love, however that is. Sometimes that is guidance. Sometimes it's energy. Sometimes it's a hug. Sometimes it's a word of inspiration. Sometimes, you know, it's all different ways. Somebody cooking you dinner, or bringing you a sandwich, or bringing you coffee, Gemini. You know, so sometimes it's just about opening up your arms and say thank you. I'm getting like receiving a gift that you're like inside like about, you know, like, you know, the person was thoughtful, but it's totally not for you. Or maybe that's somebody else, you know, they got a gift and they were like kind of happy. I mean, I want to say, just say thank you. You know, sometimes people mean well, you know, or maybe somebody's getting you a really good gift that you totally didn't expect. I'm getting a gift for some reason. So maybe it's something unexpected. Maybe it's more of, I don't know why I'm thinking of gifts with you. So maybe it's an event, or an adventure. I'm getting like even something physical, like maybe a massage, or maybe that's a good gift for somebody else, Gemini. Maybe like, oh, Vinny agreed with that one. Maybe a massage, or like, I don't know, I want to say like an outing, something kind of different, maybe something adventurous outside, maybe even something like an outdoor museum, a hike. I'm getting really different things with this card, so I hope that made sense to some of you. Let's get clarity for Gemini. These cards are new. They're affirmation cards. They're cute and they're awesome. Let's pull you one. Let's get a card for Gemini. Clarity on the fly. You have such a big heart. Let yourself in. I'm getting gifts with you. I'm still getting that really like hardcore. So maybe somebody wants to give you something, or in the past they wanted to give you something, and that's, you know, giving them a gift to be able to give to you, and you're like, no, it's fine. Maybe you feel like you owe somebody something if they get you something. I don't feel like you do, though. I feel like it's a generous gift. Somebody wants to show you love, Gemini. All right, let's get clarity for Gemini. And confidence is coming through. So I like this refrigerator. So maybe the refrigerator, eating healthy things in your diet. There's also like a sticky note on the fridge, or a picture. So maybe something with if you have a child, maybe they draw a picture, you put it on the refrigerator, they feel like they got like a star, Or maybe it's something that you can look at on your refrigerator to remind you. Maybe it's an affirmation that you can stick on your refrigerator, on your mirror, and that's beneficial to you. You could repeat something. You can show more gratitude towards yourself. Maybe start with one thing you're happy with about yourself a day. And look yourself in the mirror and say, I am so blessed to have this, or to be this, or to have this talent. And then tomorrow add something else. And then see how that list progresses, and how much better you feel about yourself, and how your confidence changes. You know, what you visualize, what you see about yourself changes. You start to notice all the beautiful things about you. In this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. I see an abundance of abilities and talents that show up all the time in big and little ways. Oh, that's cool. You guys are very talented. If I could stick myself on a refrigerator, I would. I would invite all the neighbors over and say, look at this. Can you believe what an A+ that is? So being proud of something that you do, what is that for you? Start there. It can be something small. You know, it could be something that you just love. Maybe you love your voice. You love your eyes. You love your feet. You love how you can paint your nails. You love how you can create something beautiful. You love how you present your opinions and your information, or how you connect to others. What is it for you? You know? All right, let's get clarity on the fly and having confidence. We're going to move along to the vice versa tarot. Clarity for Gemini. Energies coming through in September. And, all right, Gemini, you're popping up here. This is the Gemini card. It's the Lovers. So this is have confidence with who you are. I mean, if this just means Gemini, be yourself. You don't have to try so hard. Now, the Lovers is Major Arcana 6. This could have to do with you in relationships, you and a particular person, or you making a decision between a few people. Maybe you're on the dating scene and you have, you know, two that you kind of like, or that's someone else you know. Maybe you're the other and someone's dating somebody else. But I feel like in this card that's coming up, it's just you and somebody else. I feel like there aren't really others here except for maybe, I hear divine inspiration. So maybe there's some divine direction or guidance going on. Remember, there's no strings attached here with this angel. They're just guiding you if you ask. Every person in this card has free will. So this person can decide to do what's best for her, what's best for him, or what's best on the whole, or not, to have a connection with God or not. They can choose to do the wrong thing and learn from that. Or maybe not, and have to do it again and again until they do learn. But usually this means choices that involve love. It involves your heart. This card means love, you know? So it could be you find a polar opposite, but together you are a force to be reckoned with. Like opposites attract, yin-yang, masculine, feminine. Now, it's not up to anyone else to make you happy, Gemini. It's up to you. It's not this person's job to make that person happy. That's just not fair. It's up to this person to make her happy and him the same. So find your own happiness. Find your own balance within yourself. Find your own masculine and feminine side, all those parts of yourself that make you you, and love it and be it. And then find how you tapping into that happiness, that joy inside you actually attracts the right relationships into your life. You know, this could be a new relationship coming into your world, something that has the fire of inspiration. I see like the tree of good and evil, so finding the truth in a situation, making the right choice, wisdom. There's also silver and gold on the back here. I feel like you're hand in hand with someone. They may feel completely opposite to you, but together you kind of work. They're also both wearing masks. So I want to say take off your mask. Or you know, like expose yourself. They're exposed. Expose yourself a little bit. Show your true self. Show your true authenticity with something. Maybe somebody had a front on in the beginning, but they take that mask off. The more you get to know them, the more you get to know the deeper part of them. But the mask also makes me think of the rising sign. I think of the rising sign as the mask we wear for the world to see how we want to be perceived, or how the world perceives us before they really know us. So maybe rising signs are important for Gemini, or somebody else's rising sign. So if you need help in this situation, I feel like you can pray, you know, ask for guidance to make the right decision, do what's right for you. Maybe you need to have a discussion with somebody else so you both figure out what is right for both of you, and you compromise. You can live two totally different lives and still work together. You know, two totally separate goals and things you want to obtain in your life, but still come together somehow. But there needs to be open and honest communication for that to happen. Sometimes what works for 5 years for a couple, things change. A kid comes into the picture. You move to a different town. A different job comes into play, and all of a sudden your schedule is different and everything has to change. So adapt with these changes. I want to say just be yourself. It should be easy. It's not always easy, but I feel like something coming through in August will feel easier. Maybe it was more difficult in the past, and suddenly you break through, you find the way to deliver that information, or the right timing for something. So let's get clarity on the Lovers for Gemini. This is also decisions. Decisions when the Lovers comes through. So maybe you're waiting on somebody else's decision. In the meantime, do what you can do to be happy for yourself. Everybody grows and works at their own pace. I would say don't push that situation. Maybe somebody else is waiting for your decision as well. I want to say don't put all your eggs in one basket, and don't rush too fast into something. Let it unfold naturally. I just thought of Natural Woman. I'll find that song and put it below for you guys. All right, clarity from the Angel Tarot on the Lovers. The Fly. You have such a big heart. Let yourself in, and confidence. And wow, you have beautiful cards. The Sun just popped out for Gemini. So the Sun is that big, bold, brilliant, beautiful opportunity. It's also feeling like a child, like you're, I want to say, like dancing in your skivvies, like in your bathing suit out in the lawn in the sprinkler. Like you don't care. This is feeling like a child, feeling good in your skin, being open, having an adventure. It's also the spotlight totally on you, Gemini. This is an opportunity that's shining big and bright in your world. It's not going to feel icky. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel like it's the right thing to do, like it's the right opportunity, like it's the chance you want to take. So, you know, when this opportunity, when this chance, when this job, when this thing comes through and it makes you feel like you just lit up a little bit, that's what you want to go for. Give it a try, you know. This is usually, it brings a positive light on any other cards you have in a reading. So even if you pulled weird and icky cards, this kind of lightens it up and says, well, you're being pulled out of that icky thing. But you just have beautiful cards. So maybe you have a beautiful chance to love again, to love yourself, to heal a relationship. You know, even this doesn't have to be lovers, like romantic. It can be you and a partner, you and your project, you and your job, but you're there with true love. You really love to do it, so it doesn't feel like work. You know, it feels precious, is the word I'm getting. So life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking, Gemini, and it's an inspiring success. So it's a victory. It's a success that comes through that actually makes you want to push on, to try it again, to do it a different way, you know, to keep going. The Sun is gorgeous. This is Major Arcana 19. Maybe 19 is important. That brings us to a 10. So that makes it a tweener time. The 10 is sort of an in-between time. It's a transition. It's when the page turns. So transition isn't always easy. Sometimes going somewhere new, trying something new, being with somebody new feels different. But I hear, for you, I actually hear familiar. Maybe it's different, but still familiar, if that makes sense. This is Archangel Uriel, the Sun, the Lovers, the Fly, and Confidence. Beautiful. All right, one more card from the Sacred Traveler for Gemini. Oh my, cards are all falling down, Gemini. Card for Gemini. Clarity on the Sun, the Lovers, the Fly, Confidence. And rejuvenating rain. That's funny because it just started to rain. I'm out on my porch here. You can hear it in between the crickets. So I was so on time. Clear the past, heal the present. So I feel like even getting in the bath, Gemini, and just picturing those weird energies that you picked up over, the day, over the night, at work, when you were out, maybe you do something with crowds or the public, or maybe it's just one thing in particular that's kind of like mucking up your energy. Just picture it washing away, going down the drain, and seeing how it changes your energy, how it actually works. Maybe this is protecting your own energy as well, but I feel like you're cleansing toxins away. This could actually be just clearing the clutter as well, clearing the mental clutter, clearing the inner clutter, cutting some strings, or like your physical environment can actually help you feel better. Maybe this is you just connecting with water, with nature. It's really pretty. Rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. Physical and emotional healing is occurring. There is a cleansing and a clearing of old emotional wounds. That's beautiful. And even a release of past life limitations is happening. All is forgiven. Absolve yourself. Forgive others their transgressions against you. It's time to let it all go. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, in order for new growth to occur, you must the old must be cleared away. You have to like pull the weeds and get rid of, make some space somewhere so the new can come through. I know this is really random, but if you perhaps were in a relationship in the past and maybe you separated, but you still kind of have your ex's shit all over the place, but you still want to start dating, or you're, looking for someone new, or you're ready to just make it your own space even. You just have to make it your own space, and you have to clear that stuff away. So new things have space to come through. The card isn't, this card, that's not for everybody, but some of you. This card indicates a time of clearing out what doesn't serve and support you. It can also indicate clutter clearing. If you don't love it or use it, most likely it's clutter. Physical clutter can be indicative of emotional clutter. It's time to release it and allow the cleansing, metaphoric energy of the rain to purify and cleanse you in the deepest way. This is also a great time to go on a cleansing fast to clear your body while old emotions and challenges are clearing out of your energy field. Use water for cleansing your energy field. Stand in a cold shower. Swim in the sea. Run in the rain. So I hope this reading was helpful for you, Gemini. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful September, and I'll see you soon. Bye.